Hey, what's up? This is Jason Yesser coming from my hotel room in Philly right now, taking a little break, taking a weekend off. But I still wanted to cut this video for you because recently something happened, and I actually realized that I had to share this story with you. It's going to be a story that's going to tell you how you can start finding opportunities and actually putting them to use. So stay tuned, watch this video. So check it out, like the other day, I'm driving my car and it's like 8 a.m. I'm groggy. I don't even want to open my eyes, and I'm going, and all of a sudden I hit this freaking pothole, and my freaking car just just stops. My tire goes flat. I'm riding, I mean, literally, like when you get a flat tire, you're riding on the rim. Like my rim came off. Like I was like riding on like the car, like the frame. So I started riding. I was like sticking out. I pull over, and this guy, I get out of my car, and I'm looking. Obviously, it's a flat tire. I've changed plenty of flat tires. I can do it with ease. And I look at the car. I'm like, damn, man, that thing is flat. Like this pothole was crazy. And all of a sudden, this guy comes over, and he's like, yo, man, that's crazy. I saw that. Like, damn, man, I heard that. I heard it go. And you know, he's just going crazy, and he's sharing the emotions with me, man. Because I'm like, damn, this sucks. You know, nobody wants to get a flat tire, let alone the way that this thing was flat, man. I was like, wow, this is probably going to cost a little more than a flat tire. So the guy comes over, we're talking, and he's like, hey, man, let me help you out. I'm like, nah, man, it's cool. I got it. He's like, don't even worry about it. And you know, it was just, I think the guy like lived right there. You know, I was driving. I was in the city, so you know, it was a city environment. And the guy comes over, and all of a sudden, like, I pop the tire off, the old tire, and we see it. And the one thing I didn't notice is actually the ball joint came off, and that's why I was riding on the frame of the car. Anyways, the ball joint popped off, and the guy noticed it. I didn't even know much about the ball joint. I know how to change the tire, and he's like, oh man, your ball joint's out. And I'm like, oh man, like I knew what it meant. And he's like, dude, you can't even pop your tire on. He's like, you won't even be able to drive. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, dude. So the guy's like changing the tire for me, and I'm like, man, I could be doing this. And I started saying to myself, like, you know, I was like, what does this guy want? Like, here's where the key is, man. It's the questions you ask. So I started asking myself questions. You know, I was like, what else could this mean? You know, why is this guy trying to help me? Is he looking for a couple dollars? Does he want me to throw him like, you know, like $10, $20 or something? Hey, thanks for changing my tire. And I was trying to figure out what his intentions were. And I let him help, you know, because he seemed like he wanted to. And then, you know, I'm still standing there. We're still talking. I started asking him questions, and I was like, hey, man, so what do you do for work? You know, and I started learning some things about him. And then the garage, this is the crazy part, the garage, the mechanic was literally across the street. Literally. Like I could throw a rock and hit the garage. And the guy's like, oh, come on, man, I know him over there. I know the mechanic. Like, let's go over. And he comes over there, tells the mechanic about what happened. I actually had to tow the car. I had to get the car towed across the street. It cost me like $50 or something, man. I thought it was funny. And I said to myself, man, I could be pissed off right now that, you know, I just had to drop like, it was like $250 or something to fix the whole thing. And I could be pissed, man. I could be so mad. But then I said, let me capitalize on this. And we brought it over there. The guy told the mechanic about it. It was actually a Spanish guy. He was Spanish, so they talked a little. And I was like, oh, let me just fix it there. So then he started leaving. And I realized the guy was not there for money and nothing. So I said, hey, man, come here. You know, we were talking a little. I said, give me your phone number, man, just in case we got to be in touch. So I got his phone number. And I went back, got my car all fixed up. It was really cool. And here's what happened. I started asking questions. And I said, what could this mean? Why did this guy come over? Why did he help me out? You know, he could have kept walking. And you never know. I want you to know something. Never prejudge anybody. So I didn't prejudge this guy. I could have prejudged him. I'm not going to talk, you know, about the ways I could prejudge him, because I don't really feel that's right. But, you know, you can prejudge anybody. You can prejudge me and be like, oh, this guy, you know, he's stuck up, or he's retarded, he's hot-headed, or I don't know, whatever you think, you know. But you don't want to prejudge anybody. So I didn't prejudge him. I started asking questions. What could this mean? How can I take advantage of this? How can I help this guy? Because he was helping me. And, you know, I gave him a call. And I actually presented him with an opportunity. We actually have an appointment coming up. And, you know, I don't know what's going to happen. But, you know, I don't want to prejudge. And I'm actually going to sit down and meet with him. So if something like that happens to you, just start asking questions. You know, what could this mean? Or what else could this mean? Or how can I bless this person? How can I help them? And change your focus, because I could have been pissed off and focused on that tire and been like, man, I'm about to drop $300. but I decided to focus on something else, and that was the opportunity. I focused on finding an opportunity out of the entire situation, and maybe that $250 tire could turn into an incredible story, an incredibly moving story for people to show them, like, wow, look, I got this guy into my business, and now this guy blew up, man. He brought like 300 people in the past couple months. I mean, you never know. So that's all I'm saying. If something happens to you, look for an opportunity and you will find it. If you got something out of this video, make sure you share this with somebody. Subscribe to my YouTube page, comment below, and don't forget to stop off at jasonyesser.com and download my free ebook that I have, because I'm going to be taking that down soon. So get a hold of that, put your name and email address in there. I'm going to send it right over to you, and you're going to actually hop on my training list, where I'm going to send you some stuff that I don't send anybody unless they're on my list. So have a good day. Look for those opportunities, and I'll see you next time.